All right, good morning. We're here for our weekly Marion County Board of Commissioners meeting. It is Wednesday, September 29th, 2021, and we're starting just a few minutes late. It's 9:03. We're here in the Senator Hearing Room at 555 Court Street Northeast. As always, we start with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you'll join us, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, our first item on our agenda today, I guess we can do that after public comment. We'll go ahead and have public comment first. So James Weigel. James, if you want to come over to the side here and just please introduce yourself for the record and welcome. Appreciate you're here. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, my name's James Weigel. I live at 5189 Quint Street, Northeast Salem, Oregon, here in Marion County. I was born and raised here. And I'm here today to remind you that we are a republic with laws and procedures that form our government. I got a disclosure. I voted for all three of the commissioners. We got the best we've ever had. We the people have rights in government that can't be changed. They come from God. The federal government has closed public input in rules and laws years ago, passing unconstitutional offices, forming a fourth branch of government. They don't have the power to do this, and they do it behind closed doors without checks and balances. Of these three branches of government, they've failed the people and the states without representing we the people. In Oregon, we have done the same thing. No more checks and balances, forming a fourth branch of government taken from the counties without following the Oregon Constitution. On December 21st, 2020, they locked down the Capitol doors from we the people, making rules, laws, and mandates without due process. Look at Article 25, Section 2, Oregon Constitution. Appointments by governors and confirmed by the Oregon State Senate have a 4-year term with 2 years. If no appointment of this office if no new appointment, this office shall be null and void. These appointments have become the fourth branch of government, with the same administrators ruling over our counties, business, schools, way past their appointments. Without checks and balances, if we wanted this power, it would have been an elected office. They don't have the authority to rule our county. Here in Marion County, we have three branches of government: the sheriff, the judges, and we the people. On January 1st in 1963, it changed, and we elected 3 county commissioners as a governing board to represent we the people of Marion County. We the people of Marion County want you to take back the powers and put a stay on all rules, laws, and mandates from January 1st, 2021 until the Capitol is reopened to the public and due process is followed as outlined in the Oregon's Constitution. Take back the constitutional powers of your elected office. We have 3 of the best commissioners Marion County has ever had at one time in history. You can start with the schools. You collect the taxes for them, open them up, oversee what is taught and how it's taught. Make mask and vaccinations free choice. Second, commerce. Open up the businesses. Let people go back to work with freedom of choice. Third, stop all the outside influence from government. Agencies that don't have the authority in Marion County, you have the power to put it to a vote. Of the people of Marion County, you control the elections through the ballot. Just put it on the ballot. We'll do the rest. Be the leaders of the 36 counties in Oregon. Step up, do what's right. The rest will follow. Make history. Get in front of our problems we face. Remove the gates on the county roads, open the woods. The roads are a natural fire break when trees and brush aren't growing up through them. Fires aren't new, they just change the way they manage them. Take back your authority, put them out. Public land is public land. Stop the outside influence in Marion County. At the end of the day, we are all American citizens with the same rights. When you give out special rights to people, you take rights away from others. We need to put a stop to this. The rights come from God, and the same God that created the earth created man. We cannot take God's glory. This is where we're at today, because power is given to some and taken from others to keep us divided as a control. Our climate. Fires put more carbon in the air than my car, truck, cows, kids, dog. Vaccines. Stop the fear of COVID-19. We have the health department right here in Marion County. Give packets of ivermectin, vitamin C, D3, zinc to people that test positive in Marion County. The race. Stop the race theory stuff. It needs to be stopped. There's only one race, and that's the human race. Citizens, let's get back to helping our neighbors, business, schools, cities. The party, this is not a left or right, red or blue. It's a right and wrong. Stop the political division. And then back to our schools. Put them back in local control. Open them up. Mask, no mask, vax, no vax, free choice. Now, I know you can't change 234 years of federal corruption or 162 years of state corruption, but we can put a check on power given to the state and the federal government by stopping the unconstitutional outside influence of this fourth branches of government, by stopping the mandates today for the future of Marion County. Now with this, I give you a couple things. I give you, I own some property. It was my grandfather's. He bought that place in 1937, and it's on Cherry Avenue. The taxes on that in 1963 were $16.10, 48 cents if you pay early, so $52.62. In 2019, the same property was $16.1769. I'm a contractor here in Salem, Oregon, and built a lot of homes here, and the values of them and stuff. This home here don't compare to probably 75% of the homes in Marion County. And well, my grandfather built the bridge going over to West Salem, Marion Street Bridge, in 1939, I believe it was. And we did it on this type of tax. The area, we didn't have as many people putting into the pot, yet our infrastructure was awesome. He built every cement school in Salem. My other grandfather put in most of the roads up in the woods and helped put the Capitol man back up on top of the Capitol after the fire in '38. And my point is that we have the money, the funding, to do whatever this county decides to do. And I know that you're up against things every day, and my point here is we need to start shelving stuff that's outside of the county. Stop the outside influence. There's an agenda to everything, whether you see it or not, and that doesn't matter to me. Is what matters to me is Marion County. And unless we get on top of it, my grandkids don't have a choice. They don't have a chance. My son and his wife both work for the state of Oregon, and they've already put their place up for sale, and they're going to be moving out of the state. And I know several people that's done the same thing. And it's not that they work for the state, it's just that they're tired of sending their kids to school with a mask on their face that's going to create more problems for that child than what the mask is even going to do. And we can go into this all day long, and it's not going to matter. Is all we need to do is get ahead of things. And what we're doing now, doubling down 17 months, 18 months later, it's not working. We need to look at it from a different perspective. And then the last thing I did is I put in a deed to my property in Brooks. And when you get a free chance, read that. And it's been recorded in Marion County. And I thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
James, thank you. Appreciate not only your service, your grandfather's, both your grandfather's service to our state and your kids, your children. And hope things go well for them.
Oh, it will. Everything works out in the long run. We need to get ahead of some of this stuff, and until we take local control and get it back in our control, and you guys are in control. You just gotta do it. Anything that you want to do, just put it on the ballot. That's your power. And we, the people, will vote. And if nobody wants it, then that's fine. That's the way it is. But I guarantee you, you'll be surprised. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. And if you'll notice, our building's open.
Okay.
Always has been.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got a motion that we need to add to the consent calendar.
Okay.
That item right at the top.
Mr.
Commissioner?
Chair, I make a motion to add an item under consent, approving incoming funds Home American Rescue Plan ARP grant agreement to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development HUD in the amount of $2,251,172, the creation and implementation of the Home ARP allocation plan.
I'll second the motion. Any discussion on adding that item?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so we've added that item under consent calendar, and it happens to be probably the first one we're gonna read. If you want to read the consent calendar, then we'll.
All right, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the consent calendar. Under the first item, Board of Commissioners approve the incoming funds Home American Rescue Plan ARP grant agreement with the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, in the amount of $2,251,172 for the creation and implementation of the Home ARP allocation plan. In item 2, under Sheriff's Office, approve a resolution amending the Marion County Jail Capacity Management Plan for the Marion County Jail effective October 1st, 2021.
Thank you, and I'll second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. First item under action, Health and Human Services, consider approval of amendment number 1 to the incoming funds intergovernmental agreement with the Oregon Health Authority to add $674,937 for a new contract of a total of $3,256,614 to increase funding for the Oregon Immunization Program, CARES, and the Farmers Market, and decrease funding for public health practice immunization services through June 30th, 2023. Ryan.
Hi.
We haven't seen you in a long
I
time.
know. Good to see you again. Good morning, Commissioners. Ryan Matthews, Administrator with the Health and Human Services Department. And I am here seeking approval of the First Amendment to our intergovernmental agreement with Oregon Health Authority to fund our public health services. This will add $674,937 to our contract, and it's made up of 3 adjustments. The first is it will add $11,930 to our WIC program in the form of farmers market vouchers, which are given out to WIC participants and used locally to buy food through our local farmers. The second includes a reduction of $12,572 to our immunizations funding. What tends to happen sometimes with these early amendments is the state has to estimate what the final expenditures for the prior year was and then they allocate funds in our initial contract. By the time they get those final expenditure reports for the prior year, it's late August, early September. Now they start making some adjustments using that same funding formula to determine how much immunizations funding in this example that they have to allocate to local public health authorities across the state. So our share had been reduced by about $12,000. And then the third and really the largest impact of this contract is the addition of $675,579 in COVID-related funding to help with ongoing support for our COVID response team. This would include vaccine coordination and outreach, education, testing capacity, all those sorts of core functions, case investigation and contact tracing by our team. The initial funding for COVID was front-loaded, so in our last contract period, they gave us all the COVID funding that was eligible. Whatever we didn't spend was then going to be carried over into this new contract period, And so that is what this first adjustment of $675,000 is adding. I would anticipate we'll probably see some more COVID funding coming forward in the future, but but this is kind of that initial to get local public health authorities through this first few months of the new contract period. And I can answer any questions you might have.
I don't think so. I feel like all we do is talk about COVID. I'd really like to talk about something else.
Yeah. Well, we've got $11,930 to help support local farmers by buying healthy foods, fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about, what is that? What's that look like in this contract? What's
It's a SNAP.
benefit?
It's part of the WIC program,
It is
right?
part of our WIC program, so it is, so we have our WIC participants are able to get vouchers that they could use at the local farmers markets.
Yeah.
And then, so basically, farmers will get paid through this program because they'll have the vouchers that redeem for, real payment. And it will allow our families to access, local homegrown fruits, vegetables and things. And it really helps support the local economy. So it's a nice add-on to the WIC benefit that people get to enjoy.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
Ryan, this is, yesterday on our BIPOC meeting, we had a little update from our community partners. This is not that funding, right? That we've already, is this part of that?
No, this is money
Additional
for our
funding.
local public health authority on
Right.
that side. The other money that was 1.8 million, which we received in two 50% distributions.
Correct.
We actually just received the second payment of the 920 or 30,000 just this past week. That was based on the equity plan, and that was a different process that went through the Department of Administrative Services, so it went through DAS at the state, and this is funding that comes down through Oregon Health Authority for our local public health authority specifically.
Yeah, so I think, and we talked about this yesterday, I'm just going, this is COVID related, sorry, Commissioner, but that plan seems to be coming together. They had some things that'll be interesting to see where that is in 2 weeks, and at some point in time, we might want to have our community partners come in and share here at a board meeting what they're doing with those funds, because it is getting to that population, the populations that have been hard to get to with the education and testing and vaccines. So they were pretty excited yesterday about what they're doing, and it'd be great to have them be able to share it, so.
Yeah, sure, that'd be a great idea. We can try to do that in the future.
Yep. Any other questions, comments?
No,
Okay, I'll
that's
take a
by
motion.
contract. All right.
You get all the motions today, by the way.
I know, man. That's okay. Colin had them all last week, so it's fair trade. Mr. Chair, I move to approve amendment number 1 to the incoming funds intergovernmental agreement with the Oregon Health Authority to add $674,937 for a new contract total of $3,256,614 to increase funding for the Oregon Immunization Program, OIP CARES, and the farmers market, and decrease funding for public health practice PHP immunization services through June 30th, 2023.
I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Good to see you. We'll see you this afternoon.
I'll see you there.
Okay, and it's COVID
It's all about
related.
COVID.
It's about COVID, yes. We still gotta work on that.
Every day.
The next item is under Human Resources, consider approval of the Health Insurance Study Committee, the Hisk Renewal recommendations to the Marion County Law Enforcement Association and the Non-Marion County Law Enforcement Association Health Insurance Plan for plan year 2022. And Kathy, welcome. Michelle, welcome.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good to see you both again.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
good to see you too, and this is non-COVID related, actually. I'm
Well,
Michelle Shelton.
unless you need your insurance for COVID.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm Michelle Shelton, Human Resources.
And I'm Kathy Carter with Human Resources.
And Commissioners, we are here to seek approval for both the MCLEA and non-MCLEA Hisk recommendations for the 2022 benefit plan offering. Quick highlights, we had no significant changes to either plan. We experienced excellent renewal rates, so our approximate overall cost for all of our benefit plans is about 1%. We're suggesting no increase to the county's contribution for the HSA because it's very competitive. Upon your approval, we plan to hold an open enrollment approximately starting on 10/11 through the end of the month. This will be considered a passive enrollment, same as last year, which means that if you like the plans you have, you don't have to do anything other than up for your FSA, flexible spending account, which is an IRS regulation annually. And because we are changing vendors, you'll have to renew your HSA as well. Do you have any questions for us at this point?
I think the only question I have, because I'm new, is with the transition, what's the notification to an employee? Does everybody get an email? Supervisors hound them to make sure they get it done? What's that look like?
From Navia, our new provider for the HSA and the FSA?
Sure.
Yes, so they actually have a great notification plan that we send them a census, and they will notify all of our employees that they are our new provider. And then, of course, we do that as well with open enrollment. So it's kind of a dual communication process.
Okay. I think it's great. I thought, when we talked about this in a management update, it seemed like the county was getting a really good deal and employees were getting excellent service, so.
It is.
We're
It'll be,
excited.
yeah,
happy
very
about
much
it.
so.
Yeah, there's no doubt that we have great benefits, and we don't want to ever take that for granted. So appreciate keeping the cost increase down this year, and we noticed that's a good thing. And I think we did that last year too. It wasn't a big increase.
We have very aggressive negotiations
Yeah.
with Brown & Brown. They actually have their own, they're not technically actuarials, but they will run actuarial numbers against what our benefit providers come back and give us and question that. So they're a very good partner with us. They've saved us actually $237,000 in estimated costs with their negotiations this year.
That's great.
And I'm going to speak for both of us as two people who come from the private sector. I do recognize the high quality and
Oh my
high
gosh.
benefits that
Yes.
our county employees, us included in that, receive. So I want to acknowledge the taxpayers that are watching today, and that the good things that we do benefit from. So I want to thank them for these benefits that every Marion County employee receives. And I know there's several of us sitting here in this room today that really appreciate that, and I think all 1,700 employees do as well. So, with that said,
All right, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the Health Insurance Study Committee, HISC, renewal recommendations to the Marion County Law Enforcement Association, MCLEA, and the non-MCLEA health insurance plan for year 2022.
all right, I'll second the motion. Any further discussion?
I actually have one question, and I don't know if you can answer this, Michelle, but it's been in the news and we've heard about it quite a bit because of COVID and the vaccine mandate. Kaiser Permanente is expecting, specifically Skyline's facility, to lose a large portion of their employees. When this is negotiated and there's an expectation of service available, is there ever an opportunity for the county to turn back at some point next, maybe at the beginning of the year, if there's not service available for employees who chose to opt into Kaiser, and say, we might need to do something else, this is unprecedented, but we still need to have services available?
That's a really good question, Commissioner. Generally, when you sign up for your benefits, you sign up for the year, and you're not allowed to make a change unless there is a qualified event. Having said that, I would have a very hard time believing that Kaiser is not going to be able to provide the benefits and quality of care that they provide today.
Okay.
But I can look into that more for you if you'd like.
Well, I just want to make sure that our employees get the coverage that they're signing up for, and we're in some challenging times right now, and if there's not providers available, and if what the media is reporting, and Kaiser is going to lose 40% of their staff, that's significant. And just going to the fact that the taxpayers are footing the bill for this, and a large number of our employees do choose Kaiser because it is a great provider. We want to make sure that it's being utilized properly and our employees get what they're asking for.
I'll follow up with Brown & Brown and our Kaiser rep on that, because that is a really good question. But Kaiser's a pretty big organization, so I think that, and I tend to be a little bit skeptical of what the news tells me, but I do believe that while they may lose some folks, I don't think it will impact significantly their services.
Great.
But I'll
Okay.
follow up.
Thank you.
All right, so we have a motion and a second, and any further discussion? other than saying thank you for your work on this. And I want to thank all the employees that serve on the Hisk committees, both of those committees here at Marion County, for their work and their recommendations. Hearing no further discussion, I'll take a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to those emails for our renewals that I'll ignore because I love what I'm doing already. I guess I do have to respond to one. I have to respond to one because they're changing the HSA. Yeah, I love our HSA.
We may remind you about that.
You know, Commissioner, and I'll say this, that when I was in the legislature, Representative Hanna and I think we filed a bill probably 3 sessions in a row to require the state to offer an HSA. We never could get it done. That's one of the best things for people that.
It's a health savings account for
It's
folks
a
that don't know
health
what that
savings
is.
account, and it's one of those that it just rolls over, and when you reach really old age, like I think my age even, you can use it for all kinds of things, and it encourages you to take care of yourself, you know, and that's why I work out and try to eat right. You know, you put that money in there, and you can use it later on in life for health or other things. So I'm glad that Marion County offers that. We never could get it done at the state, which was, don't get me started. But
I will just note that that is tied to the high deductible plan, so the only way you can contribute to the HSA is to choose the high deductible
Sure.
plan. But we'll remind everyone of that.
But if you also notice, and I'll say this to employees that are going to look at it, the maximum out of pocket is lower than the other plan. So there's some really benefits to the HSA plan, especially if you're healthy.
It encourages you to be healthy
Yep.
and save money. It is a great
Strategically
plan.
designed.
Yes, you're a great spokesperson.
Oh, yeah. I've always loved it. It used to be called an MSA when I was in business, and it was a medical savings account, and then they switched it to call it HSA. All right, so let's go back to our action items. Thank you. Under information technology, we are considering approval of a price agreement with Dell Marketing LP in the amount of $4,500,000 to provide licensing and support of Microsoft products and management of the enterprise agreement through September 30th, 2027. And Gary, Toby are here.
Good morning, Commissioners. Gary Christopherson, Information Technology. As part of our strategy to provide the proper technology delivering services to our citizens, we're asking for your approval of this price agreement to provide the licensing and support for Microsoft products and enterprise services. Our current multi-year enterprise agreement is expiring, and this is the opportune time to upgrade to a new modern price agreement that includes the Microsoft 365 platform. Our current agreement does not offer the Microsoft platform. Microsoft 365 is a best-in-class platform to provide a unified communication, collaboration, and workflow tools. This will allow us to retire legacy applications and services that we have been providing to our customers for more than 10 years. The deployment of 365 will initially allow us to replace our legacy email and calendaring systems, but over the term of the price agreement, we will deploy modern applications on a unified platform that will allow IT to increase our capacity to meet more customer needs. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Toby so he can talk about how we got this price agreement proposal.
I'm Toby Giddings from the Finance Department. On August 10th, I was approached and told we needed to procure Microsoft 365 on a very tight timeline due to our enterprise agreement expiring September 30th, tomorrow. We were going to be using American Rescue Plan Act ARPA funds, and due to that, federal law does not allow us to use cooperatives, a sole source, or a special procurement process, which the standard is to use a cooperative for Microsoft products, so this was kind of an unusual project. So I immediately started working very closely with the IT department because this is a very aggressive timeline turnaround. We worked to put our specifications together. We knew the pricing would be close between the two. We based our evaluation on our past experience with Microsoft purchases and support. Therefore, we weighted our scoring heavily on the support we wanted to receive. We also determined that our enterprise agreement needed to include all the Microsoft products that we as the county would need. August 24th, we publicly advertised the RFP on Oregon Buys, ensuring all the relevant companies were notified of the opportunity. September 7th, the RFP closed, and 2 proposals were received, one from Dell, one from Zones. IT staff blocked their calendars to complete the evaluations the morning of September 8th, and though costs were extremely close, Dell was the highest scoring proposer. We moved immediately into contract negotiations, which lasted through September 24th. Complex requests for proposals can take a long time. Often they can take 6 months to a year when you factor in the time it takes for procurement and the program to work together, to factor all the details of what is needed, all the time it takes for proposers to write a submission, and then factoring the time of contract negotiations at the end. IT and finance were able to complete a $4.5 million price agreement with Dell in just 50 days. And that is all I have.
Toby, you like can stop trains and lower the river level? That's a miracle that
If
you're
that's the
doing.
case, you're coming with me to work every day.
Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah, I wanted to take a second to thank the finance department and Jane. Everybody stepped up. It wasn't easy. It was a big lift. We had to put a lot of things to the side to move it as quickly as we did.
Everybody came together.
It was a huge team effort, and we all did a great job. I'm very impressed that we could move this fast.
Yeah. Well, I get little chills up and down my spine when you say everybody came together, because that's the trend in Marion County when we want to get things
There's a
done.
theme here.
And I wrote down Jan here. You know, I just want to recognize you, Jan, and all the work that you do to make things like this happen and cut through some red tape to get it done. And we really appreciate that. And I'm going to go off track a little bit too, Gary. You know, the work that's been done in IT, and not finance, but the work that's been done in IT we talked about this week, about the last, I guess, 4 years, and all the projects that have been done and still on the table, and we just really appreciate it. And this is another example of IT getting some stuff done that really needs to happen for our employees and for our constituents that we serve in Marion County. So just thank you. Thanks for finance and the miracle workers that you guys are to make things happen. I know Jeff's not here either, but thanks to Jeff and his team. So Toby, thank you.
Thank you.
I agree. I'm so excited to get Office 365.
We all are.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm the newest person at this table, and I have to tell you, it has been torture trying to figure out these group-wise. Oh, my gosh.
All
And
right.
well, I guess I'm not the youngest. Colin's the youngest, but still.
Yeah, I just want you guys to teach me how to turn on the computer, okay? That's all I
I
need.
can show you how to do that.
Yeah,
It'll be
actually, I
fun.
did it today.
Good job.
No, wait.
Brenda
Brenda did it for me. It was already on when I got here. Okay, so,
I can show
all
you.
right, okay.
That's
All right,
fine.
so let's
All right.
get this done.
All right, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the price agreement with Dell Marketing LP in the amount of $4,500,000 to provide licensing and support of Microsoft products and management of the Enterprise Agreement, EA, through September 30th, 2027.
I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, next item's under, boy, I haven't seen this guy in a long time. Under Public Works, consider approval of a purchase order with Whitnell Dodge in the amount of $671,097.20. I wonder that 20 cents Whitnell's gonna do with.
Well, that's
For the
okay.
one-time purchase of 15 Dodge Durangos and 4 Dodge Ram 1500 pickups to replace 19 light-duty vehicles for the Marion County Sheriff's Office as part of the county's annual scheduled light-duty replacement plan. Dennis, welcome.
Good
to
morning,
see you, sir.
Commissioners. Good to see you as well. For the record, I'm Dennis Mansfield. I'm the Administration Division Manager for Public Works. So I wanted to kind of give you a quick process on how we look at our vehicles and how we determine replacement schedule. Back in 2009, a company called Mercury provided us a study which we now call the Mercury Study. And two key things came out of that. One is that we established a fleet management fund, and departments that have light-duty vehicles pay a monthly lease rate to that fund, and that fund then manages the replacement of those vehicles and the maintenance of those vehicles as well. Additionally, that came from that is a point system that allows us to see when we need to replace vehicles. So the point system looks at the age of the vehicle, the mileage of the vehicle, the maintenance cost of the vehicle, and its reliability, how often it's actually coming into the shop for maintenance needs. I've been looking at this now for about 9 years, and I've also been to a couple of different fleet expos for governments, and I have to say that the county did a really smart move when they did this. I talked to other agencies around the nation, and they have a difficult process trying to establish who's going to get new vehicles in the next budget year, and this system just allows us to do it based on those key factors. So again, in front of you is a PO for 19 vehicles. I want to talk about a couple things there. One is the Sheriff's Office is actually going through a platform change. So those Durangos, this is the first time that we've actually made a sweeping change. We have been using Ford Interceptors. Couple reasons why they're moving to Dodge Durangos. One, got this information from the Sheriff's Office that's got better handling on a multi-surface, so in the rain, snow, dirt roads, et cetera, it's better than the Ford Interceptors. Key factor for them is a greater range of options for platforms. So they've got their patrol that's got a certain outfitting, their supervisors have a certain outfitting for their vehicles. Ford Interceptors is a little bit more difficult in outfitting those. The Durango can actually come with the platform set in a certain way that's going to make it a lot easier for outfitting and will actually be a little bit cheaper. Additionally, it's a better fuel capacity, and partnering agencies like Deschutes County has already moved to the Durango and are having a successful usage of them. So the SO has requested that we move over to the Durango platform and starting that this year. They've already had a couple as well in the fleet system for the last couple of years just to test them out, and they are working well for them. So. And the last thing I want to just kind of bring an awareness to, this has been a very interesting year for us. I'm not sure if you've heard, but there's a worldwide computer chip shortage for vehicles. It is impacting every single vehicle manufacturer in the world. And how it's impacting us is, one, that we have a much shorter turnaround time on when we can order. We used to be able to get our quotes from our vendors, have a couple months to get our purchase order processed and our orders in, never really had any issues. This year, a whole heck of a lot different. For example, Chevy Tahoes, they opened, I think about a month ago. Of course, we didn't need Chevy Tahoes, but just to kind of give you an idea, they opened and closed in 12 hours. So this is a nationwide purchase. They opened for everybody to purchase Tahoes. That's just not just government, that's your dealerships. Open and close, 12 hours. The other thing that's impacting us is that they're not making certain models. So Public Works uses a standard Chevy pickup cab for a lot of our work. They're not making that in 2022. So have a lot of different things in front of us. So the things that we're doing now, so this PO in front of you is not based on actual quotes that we received. It's based on estimates. Up until 2 days ago, Dodge hadn't even released their prices on 2022 models. And so talking with our finance department, what we did is we had an idea of what those vehicles were going to cost us, and we added a little contingency in the purchase order request so that when Dodge does open it to the nationwide purchasing, our purchase order is ready and we can get our orders in. So we didn't want to wait until they gave us the pricing, and then we have about a 2 to 3 week process in our purchase order of fear that they would open and close before we can get our purchase order approved.
Yeah.
So with that, I recommend the approval of the with no Dodge PO for $671,097.20.
Questions?
No questions. I'm thrilled you're, I mean, I think Ford is fine, but I like Dodge better, specifically Durangos. Pretty cool rigs. I imagine those on patrol that are going to transition into these will be happy. I hear them whine all the time about their little Ford Explorers or whatever they have out there on the road. And they are tight. Every time I get in the rig, with the exception of the sheriff who has a Durango, I'm always knocking into the MDT or any of the equipment that's there. And so a little more space in the unit would be, I'm sure, ideal.
Yes.
Well, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'm sure Chad would appreciate that too. I remember he and I and Sergeant Williamson's rode down to Sweet Home for a fire update, and Chad was in the back suffocating. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not very spacious, the Fords.
Yeah.
They're just not.
Just don't want to have handcuffs and have to be back there, that's for sure.
Sure.
It's interesting, Dennis, going back to being serious about this parts issue. I had heard from a car dealer in town, this is just that the inflation is so high on cars right now because of that they were offering people, if you bought a 2019 truck, they were offering them $6,000 more to buy it back than what they paid for it in 2019, and then they could resell it for almost another $5,000 to $6,000 on top of that, the inflation. So you were actually buying a 2019 vehicle in 2021 for $10,000 or $11,000 more than it sold for back then.
Right, it's like an investment all of a sudden.
Yeah. You know,
For those that own it, not buying it.
I've always tried to tell my kids to pay cash for a depreciating asset, right? Because, you know, it's not worth the interest on it, but, you know, you can borrow money for an appreciated asset. But maybe I was wrong with vehicles, so.
I don't think so. I don't think you should be, well.
Yeah. Anyways, under Public Works, let's go ahead if we're ready.
All right, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the purchase order with Nell Dodge in the amount of $671,097.20 for the one-time purchase of 15 Dodge Durangos and 4 Dodge Ram 1500 pickups to replace 19 light-duty vehicles for the Marion County Sheriff's Office as part of the county's annual scheduled light-duty replacement plan.
I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thanks, Dennis. Good to
Thanks,
see you. Next item is under Public Works. Consider approval of an annual recertification of Marion County's participation in community rating system of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. And for those of us that know this word, that's called FEMA. And Brandon and Lindsay are here. Just maybe Lindsay.
It's just me for now.
Oh, he's
hiding
back
behind
there.
the
I can
pillar.
see him hiding back there.
He always sits behind the pillar.
Welcome, Lindsay.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here to talk about the renewal for the community rating system.
Let's go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, sorry. Lindsay King, Marion County Planning, for the record. Here to talk to you about recertification for the CRS program, the community rating system. So I'll go over a couple of the abbreviations or acronyms we have here. So FEMA is Federal Emergency Management Administration. We are a part of the National Flood Insurance Program, so the NFIP, which allows the county to get discounted flood insurance rates for those that have homes or structures in the floodplain. And the Community Rating System, CRS, is a program which allows us to get increased discounts over the national average. So as I said, it does alleviate the cost of flood insurance through higher standards of floodplain management. This standard is designed by FEMA and adopted by us, the local government. The rating system is 10 classes, so 1 through 10, 10 being the lowest. We are a class 6, which gives our residents a 20% insurance discount. It's roughly $50,000 a year total for those in the county that need the flood insurance. Flood insurance is extremely important for homeowners that are in the floodplain because standard homeowner insurance policies typically don't cover flood insurances. So if you have just a standard home in a floodplain with just standard homeowners insurance and it floods, you're probably not going to be covered over your insurance. That's why when you buy a home, they say, oh, we got to check to make sure that you're not in a floodplain, or if you are, because they would require you to have extra insurances, especially if you have a federally backed loan. Even a couple of inches of water can cause extensive damage in homes, drywall, electrical, flooring, things like that, especially if you have a basement. We get credit through a number of ways. Our building codes, our floodplain ordinances, erosion and sediment control, public outreach, flood information maintenance and availability. And these are things that we have all been doing for many years now. And every time somebody comes in and talks about building in a floodplain, we make sure that we give them all the information that we need. We encourage them to build appropriately, or if they can, relocate outside of the floodplain. And these are all just instances of how we are maintaining that CRS rating. And as far as the fire rebuilding process goes, a lot of those properties along the river are in the mapped floodplain. So as they come in and rebuild, because they were built prior to the National Flood Insurance Program standards, they now have to come up to our current standards. So they were substantially damaged, and FEMA requires that if they were substantially damaged, they meet current standards. There are 3 options for them to rebuild. They can get a LOMA, which stands for Letter of Map Amendment, which essentially takes into account the topography and elevations of the site. Licensed surveyor or engineer goes out there and does the elevations and says, this property is 15 feet above the river, therefore the likelihood of flooding is extremely minimal. I'm going to submit this application to FEMA. FEMA says, yeah, I agree. We're going to take you out of the flood insurance, or the floodplain now. So they get this document that basically takes them out of the mapped floodplain. Then they would no longer be required to go through any floodplain permitting processes through the planning department. That brings me to the second option, is a floodplain permit. So if they're on a very flat elevation, they're extremely close to the river or lake, and there's just no way for them to build anywhere else outside of the floodplain, they would have to go through a floodplain development permit. It's done administratively. It's a little bit of a complicated process getting all of the appropriate information. They still have to hire a surveyor, things like that, but it does go through relatively smooth. Or the third option would be to relocate outside of the floodplain, which many have. We've done more LOMAs in the burned areas than we have floodplain permits because of the topography of the canyon, which has been extremely helpful to not only those applicants, but county staff as well. Just a couple of items to keep our eyes on is the continuing assistance with permitting for the rebuilding in the fire damaged areas. So as we continue to go on to make sure that we're still maintaining all of the assistance available and in educating those people with the properties in the floodplain of their options, as well as the new Endangered Species Act standards and for land management in the floodplains. That's through the state. It's coming through in the next couple of years. So that's just something to keep an eye on, because there might be some riparian area code changes that we might have to come up with or adopt, but it should be very minimal as we already have standards for riparian areas. I'll stand for any questions if you have any.
I have none. I feel like we've talked a lot about LOMAs.
Yeah, I think, didn't we do a group LOMA up at, in Detroit on Sandy Am for some?
On Sandy Am Avenue.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I think there was like 8 houses identified.
Yes.
And COG was supportive of getting through that.
To finish it.
Surveyor finish it, yes, we've identified it all.
Right, for the rebuilds. Yeah, okay, good. All right, take a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the annual recertification of Marion County's participation in the community rating system of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA.
I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? Just thank you for your work on this, Lindsay, and all the work that you and your department are doing to help get people rebuild back in the canyon. I know that's really important to us, and thank you, Commissioner, for your work you're doing.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. And he just hid back there the whole time and said, like
He's
this.
like turning in a joke.
Doing a good job. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see he's shaking his head. We're talking about Brandon Reich, by the way.
Yeah. Brandon, thanks for your work. Appreciate it. All right. And Lindsay, I don't know if we congratulated you on your
Like in person.
in person and your promotion, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations. And we still miss the Oregon State colors, and I know you're a Beaver, so you could always, you know, you could bring a tie, you could bring a tie in once in a while.
Yeah, the Civil War is
Yeah.
coming, and that's kind of a big deal. So
I-
make sure you schedule yourself on the agenda and come prepared. Perfect,
Yeah,
awesome.
we miss Joe, man, yeah, we'll bring back the colors, it'll remind us. All right, under the Sheriff's Office, our next item at number 6, consider approval of incoming funds intergovernmental agreement with the State of Oregon Department of Corrections in the amount of $27,500,584 to provide correctional supervision services and meeting the goals of community corrections retroactive to July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2023. Commander, welcome.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. For the record, Commander Kevin Carbonti, Sheriff's Office, and nice to see everyone again. Maybe just a real quick update. As you're aware, yesterday we met at the Community Corrections Board, did a state plan presentation, and covered a variety of things. One thing in particular that I covered was as part of the state plan and the submission to the State Department of Corrections, we need a letter of support from the local Public Safety Coordinating Council. And I know Commissioner Cameron, you're well aware of this. I presented again another same presentation at noon before the local Public Safety Coordinating Council Executive Committee, and walked away with a letter of support here. So we are in good shape. I don't have too much to add from the presentations yesterday, other than the fact that the funding level that we're receiving this biennium, if we rewind the clock 6 months ago, we had some different potential outlooks. Where we ended up landing is definitely on solid ground. We're in much better condition and not in a position where we have to make any type of substantial reductions. But we are in a position to maintain services, hire the vacant positions that we had been holding. And you know, as I've mentioned before, the IGA, this state plan, it really is that foundation of core services with regards to the supervision that we provide for our folks on supervision right now, with roughly 2,800 individuals. To the sanctions, to the programs, the support services, to help these people and our members of our community get back on the right track. I've been with the Sheriff's Office now for over 20 years and involved in the development of the state plan for a period of time. And it's interesting, it's pleasing to see the evolution of not just the state plan, because it really is a representation of our division, and the evolution of how we've evolved over time in terms of getting better at what we do, in terms of providing the best of what works with our corrections population. I know in previous presentations I've talked a bit about a couple prominent House bills, Senate bills, Senate Bill 267 from 2003, the evidence-based practice bill, House Bill 3194 from 2013, the creation of the Justice Reinvestment Act and Justice Reinvestment funding associated with targeted metrics. Incorporating the spirits of both those Senate and House bills within our division, within our overall programs, has helped us become more effective, and I think our overarching outcomes are evident. With regards to this IGA, the ultimate goal is reducing criminal behavior, holding our clients accountable with regards to the conditions of the court, the conditions of the parole board, and the local supervisory authority. And really, at the end of the day, just assisting these folks to change. We're a second chance county, maybe third or fourth, but we do believe in our community members, getting them back on the right track, and this particular plan will help us continue to fund our key benchmarks. Just in closing, yes, we do need the funding, and yes, we do need the appropriate programming and plan, but we really couldn't do any of this stuff without all of our staff. We have extremely highly trained staff, highly motivated. We all know you're not in this business to get rich. We want to help. We're in the people helping business, and very proud of our team, and just looking forward to continue the good work that they're doing. I'm available for any questions.
The presentation yesterday was great. Lots of numbers.
Yes.
But there's a lot of money involved in this. There's a lot of money involved in this.
Yeah, the only comments I'll make, and I said them a couple times yesterday, is that sometimes the institutional memory in the legislature is short-lived, and justice reinvestment is every year or every biennium we're over there fighting to make sure that they understand that the reason we've reduced the prison population in the state to help them save dollars and change lives has been as a result of that bill that was passed in 2013. And And then this year with the changes in charges, like for example, the 10 million that the legislators body set aside, which doesn't bring us up to that loss, but it, 2 years from now, somebody's gonna have to go over there and remind them that this is why we did this, or this is why they did this, and how it impacts the counties who actually do the work. So I'll be there. We'll do the polite thing of reminding people and doing the best we can. And this number is much better than what we ended up with the last biennium. And I think the people that do this work, as you said, Kevin, have a passion for it. I get to work out with one of them every Tuesday and Thursday morning, and she's a real go-getter. And so it's great to have people like that, and all of them throughout your organization that do really good work. So thank you for your service, and this is good news.
Yeah.
We just got 2 years from now, I'll have to remember that it was good news and remind our legislators.
I have no doubt that you will remember and we'll show up with you.
Nice, thank you, appreciate it.
All right, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the incoming funds intergovernmental agreement with the State of Oregon Department of Corrections in the amount of $27,500,584 to provide correctional supervision services and meeting the goals for community corrections retroactive from July 1, 2021 through June 30th, 2023.
I'll second that motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, great. Thanks, Kev. Is there any more steps we need?
No, I think there's a letter of support you guys are signing.
Yeah, we're signing
Yep,
today.
That's the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll
Thank
get
you
that-
very much.
Get that done, and you can submit it. Okay, I can't remember. I think I read the calendar last week.
Okay, well, I'll read it today.
You didn't, obviously.
I did not.
Yeah.
No, I did not. I probably couldn't even talk.
I'll sign while you read.
Okay.
It's good to have you back, by the way.
Thanks, yeah. So, today is September 29th. We started board session a little late, 9:03. We're in the Senator Hearing Room, first floor, 555 Court Street. And then today at noon, we had the Catholic Community Services Luncheon at the Salem Convention Center, 200 Commercial Street Southeast. And then today at 1:15, we have a Board of Commissioners Chief Administrative Office meeting, executive session if needed pursuant to ORS 192660, 2A, B, D, E, F, H, I, location Commissioners Boardroom, 5th floor. And then today at 2:30, we have the Health and Human Services Policy meeting upstairs in the Commissioners Boardroom, 5th floor, 555 Court Street. And then next week on Tuesday, October 10th, at 9:30, we have management update, location Commissioners Boardroom, 5th floor. And then at 1:30 on Tuesday the 5th, we have a Health and Human Services Policy meeting, Commissioners Boardroom. And on the 5th at 2:30, we have a Marion County Extension and 4-H meeting in the Commissioners Boardroom, 5th floor. And on Wednesday the 6th, we're back here at 9 a.m. for board session, Senator Hearing Room, 1st floor, 555 Court Street Northeast. And on Wednesday the 6th at noon, we have a Woodburn Marion County meeting at Metropolis, 347 Front Street in Woodburn. And then on Wednesday at 1:15, we're scheduled for a Board of Commissioners Chief Administrative Office meeting, executive session if needed pursuant to ORS 192660, 2A, B, D, E, F, H, I, upstairs Commissioners Boardroom. And then finally on Wednesday at 4 p.m., we have a FEMA briefing for local officials, Commissioners Boardroom, 5th floor, 555 Court Street.
Okay, great. All right, I don't know, is there anything you want to chat about before we adjourn?
I'd just like to say, I'm sad that I missed the presentation on the housing projects at the Canyon last week. But I did watch it back, and Matt did a really great job of providing good information. And I've heard quite a bit from members of the community, specifically in Gates. Matt and other members of the team went up there. I think, were you there, Commissioner Cameron?
I did, I joined them via video, as Jan did.
Okay.
And, yeah, they were extremely appreciative of the presentation and what's going on. So, I don't know, and then they had their visioning meeting the next night.
Thursday.
And then Detroit had theirs on Friday. And I got an email from Mary Ann the next day on some issues that they thought were really important to them. I can't remember what that was, but, it was on the park.
On the water.
Yeah, They have an access, the previous mayor, and I remember we went down there, former director, Alan Haley and I worked with them to try to do a kayak access ramp down right next to the fire station and the bridge. So that was put in by Public Works. I don't know if they've maintained it. So I saw that email, and I'm not sure what their vision was for the park, but I think it was some access to the river.
Yeah.
Where they wanted to do that. But I passed that on to Brian May, and hopefully they'll include that in the master plan of what, we're working on. But I still think there's some way to connect Gates. I see a place where Gates could be almost like a park and ride there, where you would park your car with your bicycle and ride up the trail. I just can, every time I drive up and down that old railroad, just winds up there. And they could really attract some people that love the canyon and the bikes, and it would help them, maybe 10 years from now when I drive by there, there'll be some things going on. You go, wow, look at this place now, and how people stop in Gates and have activity there. So I think that's part of their vision, and we'll keep it. I don't know, Jan, did anybody get something from there Thursday night? Did you participate in that? Did you? Yeah, I wasn't able to either. Yeah.
We'll get a report
From the
I know people were
consultants.
excited about it. There was lots of verbal participation, and then they did some online follow-up, and of course through the social media groups it's pretty busy and active with people chatting. And every time we're up there for some event or some scheduled activity, it kind of reinvigorates folks to engage in Marion County's here too, whatever. And just since that visioning in Gates, I've connected with 4 new residents that are, we're stuck on one side of a recovery process or the other. And of course, Brandon and Lindsay and their team are Johnny on the spot. Most of them live in Lynn County actually, but we have the great relationship with our commissioners down there. And it's just nice to see people go, oh yeah, I'm stuck right now in this moment, but there is somebody who wants to help, and here's these people. It's just a good, I think, visual point of reference and contact for them. And if we do it every single time, 4 people at a time, we'll eventually get that place rebuilt. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm excited to see the tiny homes and the little cabins be built and placed, and kind of bring some energy and life back into Gates specifically. It's kind of a bare no man's land right now, especially on the Highway 22 side, and I think it'll just be really great. So I'm excited to see it move ahead.
Yeah, sometimes I think, oh, I should be there, but on the other hand, I kind of want to stay out of the way for the people to just let them talk, because I know when I go to those events, people ask me my opinion, and I go, I don't really want to. I already have an opinion. I want to hear what they think. And so I'll be interested to see what the consultants come back from both those particular meetings. And so if that is all we've got, I won't be here next week, so you get the gavel. All right.
Second time.
I'm going to go leaf peeping, as I've learned is what the terminology is, what they use back there. People that, I talked to 2 people that are from the East Coast, the Northeast, and they go, oh, you're going leaf peeping, right? You're going to go look at the fall colors, so that's where I'm going to be.
That's great. I'm excited.
By the way.
I saw the leaves on your laptop.
Well, okay, so you asked about will people hear about the renewal? This was one that came on the 21st. Talking about open enrollment is around the corner and how to sign up. So that there is one that they already sent out kind of as a warning. It's coming.
It's probably down far in my email.
Oh my gosh, trust me. On the 21st, I'm going back to try to catch up.
Okay, that's fair.
You're not the only one. All right, we'll adjourn. Bye.